So there's a lot of continued conversation and I would say argument about the ancient children of the ancient Israelites, their descendants, and whether or not they had ever touched the soil of America. Well, there's a gentleman named Charles, and his page is called Human Origins Revealed. Human Origins Revealed. And Charles has verified artifacts that link to Thoth. We call it the emerald tablets, but he has what is called the green gemstones. He has artifacts, he has access, and he has documents that actually document 10,000 plus year old sites of mound sites on the East Coast, mound sites, advanced civilization, all connected to, according to him, the tribe of Dan, second largest tribe of the children of Israel. And he makes a strong, he strongly has a strong conviction these were deeply melanated people. Check out what he says.
Did you hear that on the East Coast, specifically Rehoboth, Delaware, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, Lewis, areas that were laid out by William Penn himself, the president lives nearby and in this area, that all these homes in these towns, these sit on top of an ancient civilization sites, evidence of civilization. And in our work where we're sharing this, we had a lot of archaeologists. A lot of you folks reached out and explained to us that if we want to share to the general public like we are right now, that we have a proof of civilization, that basically all I'm offering is proof of artifacts. And we accept that. We just want you to see the artifacts so you can start to interpret them. But you want a proof of civilization, and here it is. This whole area, including where the president lives, this is an area that William Penn himself laid out the streets of Lewis, if you didn't understand that. And William Penn himself wrote a letter to the traders of London in 1865 pointing out that the people that he met, the people in this area, Lenape people, that they were one of the lost tribes of Israel. So I just wanted you to know that. So if you wanted real proof of civilization, well, everything I just told you is true, and I'm going to back that up with proof of civilization as you requested. So you heard what I said, and you can play it back if you need to. And so the proof of that is that we have gentlemen like Dr. Leedy, who did a lot of archaeological and other kind of work in his career, very extensive career. He was the first gentleman to officially explore what they call the Lewis shell mounds. And this is recorded with the State of Pennsylvania Museum, other institutions in the state of Pennsylvania. And Dr. Leedy, when he approached this coast, south of Rehoboth, a mile south of Lewis, which is near where the president's neighborhood actually is. And when he pointed out these mounds to the captain, I have the book right here, he pointed out to the captain these mounds, and he asked, "Well, skipper," and I quote, "what's your guess about it?" The captain, without turning from the wheel, sucked at his mustache, and he drawled, it says, "Wall, Doc. Our folks tell us that they was Injun heaps." And he refers to them as Injun, or what we now call Native American mounds. And Dr. Leedy was enthralled. When you look up and see what he did, he couldn't go back to his hotel. He went out there and dug, and he found the evidence you're looking for. He found the shell heaps of this giant civilization. He found the remains on top. As he went deeper, better things like ceramics, eventually got to bones, pipes that verify what we're telling you, that geometry started here on the east coast of North America, not Mesopotamia. The things you're looking at from the sky, if you look it up on Google right now, are evidence of the ancient civilization and the drainage, the irrigation that predates Mesopotamia by at least 5,000 years. You can look up Island Field, which is a North American major registered burial ground, which is a midden cemetery. And it's a registered major national burial ground at a site where graves are displayed. And there's an intro that we'd like to read to you at this time from Chief Seattle. It was recorded in 1855, and this is at the beginning of the Island Field document. "My people are few. They resemble the scattering trees of a storm-swept plain. There was a time when our people covered the land as the waves of a wind-ruffled sea cover its shell-paved floor, but that time long passed away with the greatness of tribes that are now but a mournful memory. To us the ashes of our ancestors are sacred, and their resting place is hallowed ground. When the last red man shall have perished, and the memory of my tribe shall become a myth among the white man, these stories will swarm with the invisible dead of my tribe. And when your children's children think of themselves alone in the field, the store, the shop, or in the silence of the pathless woods, they will not be alone. Let him be just and deal kindly with my people, for the dead are not powerless. Dead, I say, There is no death, only a change of. And so we're going to share with you soon in corresponding videos tens of thousands of midden mounds, M-I-D-D-E-N, it should be on the screen how to spell that, to give you an archaeological term that they use as proof of civilization. We're going to offer a lot of that. This video is to make you aware of that, where it comes from, and who's involved, that William Penn laid this area out, and he himself in 1865 wrote that letter. He told you that the lost tribes of Israel lived here. And so the proof of civilization in the form of these middens is right here in this document that I read to you. If you go to Dr. Leedy, and we're going to share these documents with you directly, that you can look up yourself. If you go to University of Pennsylvania, their entire collection is searchable. Dr. Leedy is Leidy, and you will see that he verified to all of his colleagues that the entire coast of Delaware was a wealth of Aboriginal information, of prehistoric information, and so verifying in old history what we've told you. And so we're looking forward to sharing more with you.
What do you think?